And I've just used it. Luckily at this age, when you get an opportunity like this, you take notes. And you're like, I'm going to remember these people, and I'm going to talk with these people again. So I didn't expect Palin to be so big. And that's when they say things happen, right? They say when you least expect it, there it is. I'm hoping that the Palin movie has helped sell every other piece of product I've ever made for any other company, because I've seen the difference and I've seen how different people treat me now, and I'm just like, okay, great. If it helped move everything, that's great. If it helped move my interactive for Zero Tolerance, that's great too.
Awesome. And is there any star you would like to work with that you haven't yet?
I haven't gotten to work with Jenna Hayes, and I love Jenna. So I made her a deal last weekend in New Jersey at the East Coast show. But listen, let's just not do it on camera the first time. Either we'll do it at your house or mine. I want to court you for an evening, and I'll make you a nice dinner, and we'll have a romantic evening together like a date. And she was giggling. She said, I've never done that with a girl before. And I said, let's do that. Let's not film it. We can talk about it on our blogs later. We can, take a picture before or after. But I love Jenna. I'm so enamored by how hard she works, how many movies she's done, her presence with her fans. For the amount of time she's been in the business, she's built a name that used to take 20 years to build. And it's not by luck with Jenna. She works really hard at it. She Twitters like crazy. She's on her MySpace. She's on her Facebook. She works on her site. She directs her own line. She's just magical. So I support her so much, and every time I see her, I'm always just give her big hugs. And I know it's got to be hard for her because I know she doesn't get any time off.
Excellent. And then the other end of that, do you have a favorite star that you have worked with?
I would say my favorite girl star is Sasha Grey. She's just awesome. I love Sasha for many reasons. She's also very hardworking like Jenna Hayes. But Sasha's great. She's just a no bullshit person, She's selective on who she mingles with, and she's not wrapped up in the scene of the business. She's very broken into the mainstream world. She's done extremely well for herself. She's smart. And I actually just let her direct me 2 weeks ago. She directed me 2 days in a row, a girl-girl scene and a boy-girl scene. We did trade for our sites, and it was awesome. She had a really strong vision of what she wanted. She had every scene, every detail written out in these little notebooks, and would say, I want this shot this way. She knows everything about the camera, how she wants it open. It was just amazing. I heard more from her and more input than probably any director I've worked with, so it was really cool. I love her. Male performers, I really can't pick a favorite because they all bring something so different to the table. You guys know I love working with James Dean because I work with him a lot. But I just worked with Prince for my first time. Prince has some moves that are just hands down unbelievable. CJ Wright is probably one of my favorite people, so I love working with him. I just directed a movie with him called Lisa Ann's XXX Hung. All MILF, all interracial, all anal. It was awesome. The funny thing was, we are so close that we always say when we work together, probably not going to work together again because we're just too close, And then we end up working together again, and so sometimes we have to stop because we're giggling over something, you know what I mean? And then we have to get back into it, and I had to be dominant with him, and sexually I'm not really dominant. I'm a sub, Everyone thinks I'm dominant because of my personality, but real strong power personalities are usually submissive in bed, and that's a confusion thing. So I'm trying to be dominant with him, and he's blindfolded, and I see him giggling. I'm trying not to look at him giggling. I'm giggling, but I know he can't see me giggling because he's blindfolded. It was just awesome. Well, it was CJ's idea. I give him all the credit. I've been being asked to direct for quite some time. I just haven't really, it's not that I don't want to do it, I just hadn't found the time for it. And when CJ came to me and said, will you do this project with me? Since I support him so much as a person, I would do anything for him. I stepped up right away and said, let's do it. So we got together. One of the things CJ does for me is when I'm doing billing really late at my office, and he knows I'm going to be there till 2, 3 in the morning, he comes to my office and sits and watches TV so I don't have to walk to my car by myself. How sweet is that, right? So he came there, we brainstormed. Every girl's from my site. We picked some girls that I really don't think get enough attention. Siren DeMar is one of my girls who does an amazing scene. And once I have her on set, every director's like, oh my God, this girl does such a great scene. Her fan power is intense. She blogs, she interacts with her fans, she loves the sex, she loves what she's doing. She's not oversaturated because she lives out of town and wants to shoot on occasion. So when she comes into town, it's like her big vacation and she has a great time. She shoots for 2 or 3 days, then she goes back to her other life. And while she's living her other life, she's blogging, she's doing this, so I said, you gotta have Siren. You gotta get to know Siren. Well, we're doing another one, and Siren's gonna be in the next one too. Vanna Sterling. She's awesome. Vanna Sterling was the cocktail mom. And when I saw they did the cocktail mom, I was like, we gotta find out if this girl's an agent, we gotta have her. Because that's just, we got the cocktail mom, right? So we get in touch with Vanna Sterling. She's one of the sweetest girls ever. And I said, this is gonna be great. She's one of these girls that when I give her info on her shoot, she gets excited. If I say she's working with Shawn Michaels, she's losing her mind. She's like, oh my God, I can't wait. Oh my God. I booked her a scene with Lex. She must have texted me all night. I can't sleep because I'm so excited. I'm working with Lexington Steele tomorrow. So it's great to see that. Then Sheila Marie. Sheila Marie is one of my girls who you all know, and Sheila Marie's been around. Does an awesome scene, loves the sex, enjoys anal, talks to me about it all the time. Then because we wanted to make it interracial, we wanted to flip it, and we used Cinnamon Love. Because Cinnamon Love's another girl. She's been working her ass off lately. Cinnamon Love's lost like 35, 40 pounds in the past 3 months, hitting the gym and staying on the routine. I try to write my girls really good workout routines and really good diets. So she worked with Mikey Butters, who I love. And then we had to switch the scene with Mikey Butters because last minute he had gotten sick. I think he had food poisoning. We always have last minute drama right before a scene. So I was like, never gonna happen. But directing for me was my chance to be creative. I realized that I direct a lot on set, and CJ saw it once. You know, we were on one of these sets where everybody's hanging out, lollygagging. And I gotta get back to the office. I got shit to do, you know? So I start cracking things into gear, and CJ's like, you're a director, dude. You do this all the time. So it was natural for me, and I know what I love. I know how Mike Quasar makes me feel when he directs me. I know how I felt when Sasha Grey was directing me 2 weeks ago. So I just wanted to get that off to the girls and to the guys. It's a really powerful thing to make them feel comfortable enough with themselves and bring out that sexual energy that is there, but it has to be entertained a little bit. It's in the right venue. A lot of times there's stress on set, drama on set. I don't want any cell phones, any drama, anybody fighting with their boyfriend. I want everybody to just put it all aside. This is your fantasy and you get to live it, and the rest of the world would love to live it. So it gives me that chance to say live your fantasy right now. And I direct another movie in 2 weeks.
Awesome. And can you just give us your website info now?
I finally started a site. It's thelisaann.com because some guy has lisaann.com and I'm fighting him for it right now and I'm gonna get it back. TheLisaAnn.com. I direct all the stuff for my site. I do a live chat once a month. The first hour is all talk. We just talk. We just do sports talk. We do talk. People ask me questions. And then I do a half an hour masturbation. And it started as an hour web show. And I thought it was going to be all masturbation like everybody else's is. And it was great. You know, I've got 4 big TVs set up and all the screens popping up. And the guys were not interested in me getting naked. They're like, we see you naked all the time. We want to talk to you. It was their first chance to get to know more about me. And the questions were so awesome because I realized, wow, this is what people want to know about me. Like, this is interesting. So we just do an hour talk now and then a half an hour afterwards. And it's just fun because my friends that aren't in the business, most of my friends are civilians, they'll join in for the hour talk and they'll start stories about me that they think my fans want to know. But they want to time out. They don't want me getting naked in front of them because they're my friends. So they're like, please put a time limit on it before you're going to get naked so we can sign out. We don't want to see it. So it's great.
And what about Twitter, Facebook?
Twitter, I'm the real Lisa Ann on Twitter. I just went live on Twitter on Labor Day on my live chat. I'd been reluctantly hoping Twitter would go away. It's not that I don't like it. It's just one more thing. You know, we've got Facebook, we've got MySpace, we've got so much social, but you know what? Now that I've done Twitter, the greatest thing happened. Last week, I was traveling from the East Coast show to last week, Tuesday of this week. I was traveling to Austin, Texas. You know, the airport guys, they go through your bags, and they don't always close them properly. So they didn't close my bags properly. Well, all my CDs, all my music was missing. So either, I'd like to say it fell out. Most likely someone took it. But it fell out. And I get to the hotel the night before. I'm going to do 8 shows in 48 hours. And I'm like, I don't have any music. What am I going to do? So I stayed up that night, the whole night, downloading all my music from iTunes, you know, and getting it going. And would you believe I Twittered it and somebody FedExed me a new iPod to my hotel and said, set up your music on this and you'll never have the problem with the CDs again. And I was like, ooh, I love Twitter. Twitter's good.